Hey guys, man, I'm super stoked to get into this lesson. I know you can spend about 5, 6 days since posted, and I always like to post things that are relevant and help you guys out. So, in a series of golf lessons, I've seen some people now, and so I kind of learn from each one of these things that I do. So, what I wanted to get into a little bit is explaining a little bit now a couple things. One about the right hand, and about how when you swing it back, you can do a lot of different things with the right hand, but what I want you to understand is that basically you stay in flexion here, but your right arm, when it winds back, is what makes your body look like it tilts or goes into thoracic extension. It's not this, like everybody thinks that's kind of what I teach. So when I wind this hand up, the reason why I throw is more powerful. See, my hands are over my head. So when I'm doing this, I am stretching this muscle out. So when people take the golf club back wide and are like here, see, I haven't stretched anything. I haven't stretched this muscle back here at all. And this is a muscle that is really, really hard to hit for a lot of people because they'll just kind of collapse the arms like so, and or take the club and then kind of move the club over here. And when you do that, see, you can see I'm really not accomplishing anything. So I want this arm to wind up, and I want you guys to do this at home with me if you can. Wind this hand up, and I want you to feel that muscle winding up. Now, you're like, well, I'm right hand dominant. No, you could also do it left hand because your left arm has to keep the same radius. So if you just do this, then you're never going to wind this up either, right? So the shoulder does move, right? It's a secondary mover. That's primary, so it doesn't move, right? So when this golf club is swinging back and I keep the same radius, I want you to watch this now. This left shoulder here will continue to move back and across, keeping my arm the same width. And now you'll see that I'm now winding this up. Well, when I put my right hand to it, now I've got both. So this wound up and this wound up. Real critical to see here. So if I just sit there and go, okay, well, I'm just going to kind of swing and stop right here, I've wound this up a little bit, but this hasn't wound up at all, right? So that's why when you get maximum distance, this arm going like this will keep your head on center. Now, if I try to wind this up and go behind me, my right shoulder goes behind me, okay? So I want this whole golf swing. Now, so when I talk about how the body supports and how the body makes this little walking motion, it does. But how it does so is when this is, so if I get people to roll their ankles, that's fine. Now, roll your ankle and move your knee down this way and this way, you won't be able to golf club and the body's going the opposite way. So the reason why I like this is because that's how the body supports, like this. So when I swing back, now look how much my shoulders now moved and stretched. And now there's my right arm, and that's a maximum on both sides. But if I was just to say, okay, I'm going to stay centered and I'm going to wind this whole hand and arm up, see how my chin moved with my xiphoid process and my pubis bone? So there I am right there. And then when you see me do that, there's my right leg. See, it's straight. It's that pivot motion. So sometimes I teach people to do this to try to get them to get that feeling. And sometimes people, when they do this, they'll do this and then they'll just kind of collapse their arms. See? So that really isn't what I'm after. Or they'll try to do it and they'll try to extend their arms. So when you extend your arms, now look, my arms are way out here, but I haven't wound up any of this muscle right here. This is the most probably taught muscle here that winds up massive distance, right? Every long driver winds their hands up over their head, and the way they do that is they're not tucking their elbow in. Sorry, dude. Ben Hogan, I'm sorry. You hit it a certain distance, but this is not, I'll call him out. I know he's a world-class great ball striker, and he did this, but he didn't never have 140 or 50 mile an hour speed, and that's only going to come from this right hand and arm going this way. So when you do this, now you're winding up, see? So when I do this right here, see, I'm still right here. I'm right here, see? I didn't do that. So when this golf club goes here and goes back, now that's what moves my thoracic spine, see? So I'm going to wind up. You can see how my head will move. There's my arm right there. And now I'm going to throw, and my arm's just going to go right to the target as I unwind, and body right there like that. So you can practice winding this up really feeling this stretch, or as you swing this golf club like this, let that stretch. The difference between an amateur and a professional, in my opinion, is not just the chin, but if I only move to here, that's how far I'm going to wind back. This shoulder right here has got to wind up. If it winds up here, you're going to be a pretty good player. If you wind up all the way here, you're going to be a real long hitter. So from right here, I have both muscles wound up. Now I can unwind, and now I can create speed and stay on center. All right, I hope that helps. Look forward to working with you guys either on Zoom golf lessons. You can email me at rkswingking@gmail.com and or also see me at Country Hills in Hendersonville, Tennessee. You guys have a great day.